Johnny, into the quarterfinals for the first time. What did you make of the performance from your side?
We knew it was going to be a tough night. This is our heaviest week of the heaviest block during pre-season, so we knew the boys wouldn't be feeling good physically, and we knew Gold Coast Knights were going to give us a really good test. They were good in the first half. They caused us problems, and we had to make sure that we dealt with it, and we did. And the second half we were a lot better. We started to control a bit more of the game and created some good opportunities. So in the end, it was a deserved win, but it was a tough one for us. But it's these are good tests for us in pre-season, because it's never easy to come to a place like this, and you have to show your resilience and a strong mentality.
You mentioned there at the start of the game, it was a little bit back to the wall. They really came out firing. What kind of changes did you make throughout the game to deal with that?
Oh, we just changed it up a little bit in terms of the way that we were pressing at the start. We felt that we were getting our press wrong, and we felt that they were able to get in behind us too easy on the long balls, and then, and they made it difficult for us. And they give credit to them. They came out with a real intent and put us on the back foot. And you expect that though when you come to a place like this. They've won the championship here in Queensland. They're a good side, and they got some really good players that I know well from my Brisbane Raw days. So we knew it was going to be a tough game.
And coming back to Queensland, you mentioned it there, but into the quarterfinals for the first time as a club, you've obviously already won silverware at the helm of Western United. How much does this competition mean in terms of in the global, as getting more silverware for the club, but also entry into Asia? What does this competition mean for Western United?
Oh, look, it's really important now, the competition, because of that. You just mentioned about getting into Asia. It's another trophy on the line. But we also have to remember that we were preparing for pre-season for the season ahead, and so we had to make sure that we work the players. Even though we're coming into a game, they're going to come in fatigued. Hopefully next game they'll be a little bit fresher against Sydney FC, and we're excited because it's another game before the start of the season, a competitive game, and hopefully we can get through that round and try and win something.
You are in pre-season. You mentioned there another competitive game. I think there'll be a pretty competitive game this weekend though for you. The Aloisi derby taking on Brisbane Roar, your brother. How's that going to be?
Yeah, I think it'll be all right. I've been speaking to him during the week. They've started their pre-season well. With some good results and performances. They're also in the quarterfinal. He's enjoying now being the head coach and not the assistant. And I think it'll be a friendly derby between us two at the moment.
It's never friendly between brothers, Johnny.
Yeah, we'll wait and see when the season comes around. But no, we're looking forward to it. It's another good game for us. Some of the players that didn't play tonight will play more minutes. Some of the younger players will get even more game time. And the younger players did well tonight. They were good for us. Ollie Laval worked really hard. He got his goal in the end. And you also had Max Pizzetto who came on, and we had Matthew Grimaldi, who has been our standout player in the NPL this season. So they gave us energy when they came on. We started to win balls in good areas, and then also when we moved the ball quick, they caused problems.
You mentioned the youngsters there. One story that's really amazing, you mentioned Ollie Laval. How incredible is that? He was right next to you when you won the championship in the stands though. What does that mean for Western United?
It's a great story because it shows that he's a supporter of the club. From when it first started. He's from the West. And he represents that region really well. And I've been following him now for a few seasons. He's a player that can play all over the place. He plays in midfield, plays out wide in the wing, plays as a striker, plays as a 10. And you know what you're going to get from him. He's going to work, and he knows that he's still got a lot to learn, and we're here to help him with that. But it's a great story. He was in the stands celebrating the grand final win, and I remember seeing the photo probably about 6 months ago, and then to see him out here tonight, it's not the reason why I selected him. It's the reason is because he's been performing well.
No, that's amazing. Pre-season, obviously, squad's still coming together. We haven't quite seen Daniel Pena yet, coming back from injury and some personal things as well. Where are you at with your squad? Obviously, there's plenty of minutes for youngsters today. Recruitment still coming along?
Look, we will wait and see if we're going to sign any more players, but we've still got some players to come in. You know, if we go off the contract, the players that weren't out there tonight, we had about 6. You know, Pena, Rami Najarine, Noel Botic had to go away, these 23s, and Noel's been really good, not only at the end of last season, beginning of this pre-season. Connor O'Toole, you know, Reece Bozanovsky. So we had quite a few players out, and yeah, Alex Prijovic as well. So, you know, there's things that we know that will get better. Hopefully, we don't have 6 players out next game, but you know, you know, it's a good opportunity for the younger players to get minutes as well.
Congratulations on the quarterfinals.
Thanks a lot.